Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare is joining in 2 minutes. Send a message. Hare 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 Ram Ram. Jay Prakash Prabhu, can you do Kirtan for 2 minutes until Prabhu joins?
Yes, Prabhuji, Haribol.
Good.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatari Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Thank you,
श्री
Jay Prakash.
राधा श्याम सुंदर की जय जगन्नाथ देव सुभद्रा मैया की जय शिला प्रभुपाद की जय
Thank you very much. Please accept my respect, Prabhu. Jagat Sakshi Prabhu. Thank you for the valuable time.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
A quick introduction, and then Prabhu can get started. The great Jagat Sakshi Prabhu, the senior disciple, is known as Jay Prakash Guru Maharaj, and is ISKCON temple president of ISKCON Thiruvananthapuram. Born in Kerala, brought up in Tamil Nadu, joined ISKCON at early age. He did a PhD in Bhagavat Gita. By his divine guidance, able to transform many conditioned souls, practicing devotion service 25 plus years. Very fond is also Bhagavat Amritam and others, and Janam TV and other things. So wonderful projects he's leading. So let us hear from him today. Thank you very much. You can start, bro.
Hare Krishna. Is my voice clear, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Little low, but yeah, it's clear. Yeah.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayana नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवे प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. My humble obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas. So today we are going to discuss from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, chapter 23 and text number 44 onwards. So text number 44. Ihayaiche krame nirmala krame bhade swadha Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Iha Eiche Krame Nirmala Krame Bhade Swadha Rati Prema Dirataiche Bhadaye Aswadha. One should understand that just as the taste of sugar increases as it is gradually purified, so when love of Godhead increases from Rati, which is compared to the beginning seed, its taste increases. So this is a shloka where devotion is explained how it is growing stage by stage. In the next shloka, it is explained about 5 rasas. Bhakti is a very, very responsible procedure. It is not just a whimsical activity, very much committed and responsible activity. When Mahaprabhu was there, devotees in big groups, they used to come from Navadvip for Jagannath Puri Rath Yatra. In big goshtis, hundreds and thousands of them. So when they come by walk, by foot, it may take around a week to 10 days for them to walk all the way from from Navadvip to Jagannath Puri. And in the same way, their return journey also will take 10 days. And every year when they come for Rath Yatra, minimum they will stay for 1 month in Jagannath Puri. They will stay for longer time. It is not like the present days, you just go and attend the program and come back the same evening. It's not like that. So they used to attend for 1 month and again travel will take another 1 month. It's like a 2 months program going for Jagannath Puri Rath Yatra. So when they go for Rath Yatra, then they stay there, they meet all the Vaishnavas, take association, do Nama Sankirtan, take Jagannath Darshan every day. So, when the devotees went, they asked Lord Chaitanya, who is a Vaishnava? So, Mahaprabhu said, if a person who chants even once is a Vaishnava. Even once, if somebody does chanting of the holy name, is a Vaishnava. Then, next year, again devotees went to Jagannath Puri Rath Yatra. Then they asked the same question to Mahaprabhu, who is a Vaishnava? Mahaprabhu said, anybody who constantly chants the holy name is a Vaishnava. Then, third year, again devotees went and they asked the same question, who is a Vaishnava? Mahaprabhu said, whoever just by their darshan and presence, they inspire others to chant Hare Krishna, then he is a Vaishnava. So the same question Mahaprabhu answered in three different manners. First he said anybody who chants once is a Vaishnava. Then he said who is chanting regularly every day is a Vaishnava. Then he said by his association, if he is inspiring others to chant, then he is a Vaishnava. So this question and answers are very, very important. The first question, first answer is called Falashruti answer. For example, if you take Bhagavatam, any chapter, at the end of the chapter, it would be mentioned that if anybody reads this chapter with faith, they will attain heavenly planets, they will attain liberation, they will get bhakti. Even once it is said, if you attend the Jagannath Puri Rath Yatra even once, you will get liberated. If you go to Vrindavan and sleep for one night, you will get liberation. So in this way, scriptures glorify a certain portion. It is called Falashruti Shloka. This is the first stage. When people come, devotees also preach to them and say, chant Hare Krishna. Even if you chant once, your spiritual life will start. It's all true. But when Mahaprabhu asked, when devotees asked the same question the next year, Mahaprabhu said, you have to chant constantly. So here it shows commitment. First is just introduction. Second is commitment. You know, like I have children. I am committed to feed them every day, to take care of them every day. So, if somebody gets married, somebody has a family, somebody has children, he cannot say, I fed you last week, now you are on your own. It's my commitment to feed them every day. Then the third Mahaprabhu said, by the divine presence of the devotee, association of devotee, others are inspired to chant, and that is responsibility. So, first step is available for each and everyone. Anybody can come to the association, chant holy name, take prasadam, meet with devotees, be with devotees. They're all qualified in Krishna consciousness. But then, it is a commitment of devotee to progress. We cannot be in the same class, same standard throughout the years. Like when a baby passes water, urine on mother's lap, mother will clean lovingly, mother will tolerate. But if the same action is done by a 10-year-old boy or 20-year-old boy, mother will not accept it. Mother will react. In the same way, when devotees start chanting the holy name of Krishna regularly, then there should be commitment towards Krishna consciousness. They are committed to practice. They are supposed to do it regular. That's commitment. They're supposed to do it. And whatever may be the cause, the commitment of the devotee is never to leave the association. He can take any other decision he wants, but he should never leave the company of devotees. So that action who is doing regularly, like Lakshmi Devi, the only service of Lakshmi Devi was to massage the lotus feet of the Lord. But she was doing that regularly, every day. Intensely she was doing. This is commitment. Like in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, there is one great devotee called Andal, Lady Mataji Andal. Every day she used to make beautiful garland for Lord Narayana, for Ranganaj. Just she was making one garland, that's all. But she was so deeply involved, very intensely involved. If you go to South Indian temples, you can see a glass room. In all South Indian temples, in Tirupati, in Srirangam, there is a mirror room. A room you can enter and you can see mirrors everywhere. In Tamil, they say Kannadi Arai. It's a mirror room. You can see mirror everywhere. Because Andal, she will make beautiful garland and she will wear it on herself, which is not proper. A devotee should not do that, but she will do that. She will wear the garland and she will stand in front of the mirror and she will see whether it's all proper. So she was doing that one small seva so intensely, again and again repeating, committed to that. Lord accepted her because of that seva. In the same way, during the period of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, there was one brahmachari. Every day he will sit for some time and meditate that Lord Mahaprabhu is coming. I am offering him a golden throne, and the throne is bedecked with diamonds and all precious stones, and demigods are holding the umbrella, somebody is fanning. It's to simply meditate like that. And day by day, his imagination, his dreams and his meditation was getting intense, severe after severe, and it was so deeply involved. There is nothing involved, no other action. He will sit and simply imagine that Lord is coming. Then I'm making a carpet for him, and the carpet is full of gold and ruby, diamond, sapphire, emerald. In this way, he used to dream, he used to meditate. And one day, all of a sudden, Mahaprabhu disappeared from his meditation. And this brahmachari, when he suddenly opened his eyes, he saw beautiful Chaitanya Mahaprabhu standing in front of him with a beautiful lotus-petaled eyes extending up to the ears, molten golden color, glowing, mercy personified. The brahmachari's body started shivering. He had tears in his eyes, hair standing on the end, trembling, voice getting choked. And he fell flat and paid pranams, obeisances to Mahaprabhu. And all of a sudden he saw there were bruises in Mahaprabhu's feet, and it's bleeding. And the brahmachari was shocked. He asked Mahaprabhu, what happened? You are bleeding. Then Mahaprabhu said, what to do? You have put all the stones on the pathway with gold and ruby, diamond, emerald, all the precious stones, and it cut my feet. So Mahaprabhu accepted every tiny detail of his meditation. Every tiny detail, every tiny aspect of his meditation. This is commitment. This is the second thing Mahaprabhu explained. Who is a Vaishnava? He should be constantly chanting the holy name of the Lord. First he said, if a person chants even once, he is a Vaishnava. Then he said, he should be constantly chanting. This is our commitment. Our commitment is, whatever the situation may be, we should constantly chant Krishna's name. Do whatever seva is possible. Never leave the group of devotees. Sometimes it will be very difficult to be in the group of devotees. It's very austere, very demanding, very much hurting. But we simply remain in the group of Vaishnavas. We should never leave, whatever the situation may be. That is my commitment in bhakti. Sometimes small disappointments, then we leave the group of devotees and the mind will suggest, okay, so what? I can practice all these things at home. I can practice all these things at my place. Yes, scripturally it is right. You can practice wherever you are. Scripturally it is right. But then the commitment is different. Then now comes the third step where Mahaprabhu said, by the association, by the company of this devotee, others will get inspired to chant, and that is where the responsibility starts. So first is like a open mercy. Second stage is like commitment. And the third stage is being responsible. What is that response? What is the commitment towards the parampara? What is my duty towards parampara? I am unqualified to receive bhakti. I don't have any special qualification. I am unqualified to receive bhakti. But then, parampara has chosen me and given me these blessings. So now I should take it down the line. I should be responsible to distribute it to others. So serving Vaishnavas, being in the company of Vaishnavas is very, very important. There was this wonderful devotee, in Tamil Nadu. There is this place called Kanchipuram. In Kanchipuram, that's the famous Varadaraji temple. So there is this devotee, Kanchipurna, who is not from a Brahmin family. Because he is not from Brahmin family, he was not allowed to do direct service of the Lord, but he is allowed to fan the Lord. You can stand and you can keep fanning the Lord. He is not allowed to do Abhishekam, Arati, offering and all, but he is allowed to do the fanning. And he had a very intimate, very close relationship towards Varadaraj. Narayana, Varadaraj, the Lord. And his devotion was very intense and deep. Every day he is standing and fanning the Lord. Slowly the Lord started speaking to him. Varada, how are you? How are things around you? Why you are not speaking to me now? Why you look very dull today? Like that. He had an assistant. Kanchipurna had an assistant. His name was also Varadha. This is a culture in India. Suppose anybody is living near the holy place, there will be so many people with the same name of the deity. If you go to Tirupati, you can see so many Srinivas. Everybody will name their children as Srinivas, Balaji. And if you go to Kerala, Thiruvananthapuram, there are so many Padmanabh. People will name their children Padmanabh, Padmanabh, Like in Vrindavan, they will name their children Shyam Sundar, Shyam. It's quite common. So in Kanchipuram, many parents will name their children Varadha, which is the name of the Lord, Varadha. So Kanchipurna had an assistant, his name is also Varadha. So sometimes Kanchipurna will call, Varada, where are you? But the Varada will not be available. So the Lord will come in the form of his assistant and serve him. This was the very deep relationship between Varadaraj, Lord and Kanchipurna. In fact, the relationship was so deep, one day Tirupati Balaji asked Varadaraj, you have such a beautiful devotee, Kanchipurna. Why don't you send him to Tirupati for some time? Let him come and fan me. So Tirupati Balaji Varadarajji answered Tirupati Balaji, you are staying up in the hill. There is enough breeze, so I am not sending him. Another day, Ranganathji asked Varadarajji, I heard you have a wonderful devotee called Kanchipurna fanning you all the time. Why don't you send him to Srirangam for some days? Varadaraj answered, Ranganath, you are on the bank of Kaveri. There is nice breeze, so I am not sending. The Lord was so possessive about Kanchipurna. They had a very beautiful, intimate relationship. Bhakti is also like that. When we start chanting Hare Krishna, serving the Lord, gradually we develop a relationship with the Lord. And sometimes Lord is very possessive about that relationship. Then both of them, because while panning, Kanchipurna will keep talking so many things. So Varadarajji will ask, what is the news from the town? And Lord and his servant, both of them will start gossiping. So Varadaraj will say, Kanchipurna will say, yeah, there's a wedding going to happen in the 3rd house, and this is happening in the 5th house, that, and in this way. And gradually people came to know that Kanchipurna is talking to the Supreme Lord, like as though he's talking to a person. So they will all go to him, approach him with applications. If Lord is speaking to you today, can you ask him when my daughter will get married? If the Lord is talking to you, can you ask him, will I be able to cure my disease? People started giving petitions. Then Varadaraj will ask, what's the news today? And Kanchipurna will say, on the way, this person has asked when his daughter will get married. So Varadaraj will say, after 3 months. So he became a messenger of God. And people were very happy because they were getting direct answers from the Lord. They were so happy. And one day when Kanchipurna was going to temple, Ramanujacharya came. When Ramanujacharya came, Kanchipurna became so happy that great Acharya came, paid obeisances to Kanchipurna. Kanchipurna said, why are you paying obeisances to me? Please, please, you are such a great person, Mahatma, Acharya. No, you are talking to the Lord. Today you kindly ask the Lord, when will I get liberation? Ramanujacharya asked, when will I get liberation? Kanchipurna was very much shocked. Ramanujacharya is asking this question, when he will get liberated. So he was very disturbed. Varadaraj asked, Kanchipurna, what happened to you? You look very disturbed today. Then Kanchipurna said, nothing. On the way back, I met Ramanujacharya. Oh, you are so fortunate to see him. He's a great personality. He's my dear devotee. What's the news? No, he asked a strange question. What question was that? He wanted to know when he will get liberated. Then Varadaraj Lord said, once he finishes the 3 duties towards his spiritual master, he has given 3 promises towards his spiritual master. Once he completes that 3 promises, he will get liberated. Okay? Now Kanchipurna is even more confused. Lord asked, what happened to you? He asked, when I will get liberated? So Varadaraji smiled and said, my dear Kanchipurna, you will not get liberated. Yes, why? Because you have never served a devotee. You are always serving me, but you have not served a devotee. Is serving your devotee greater than serving you? Of course. He dropped the fan and he walked out. See, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, Gopi Bharta Padakamalayur Dasa Dasa Dasanu Das. My devotees are not my devotees. My devotees are my devotees. Lord says, his direct devotees are not his devotees. The same shloka is repeated by Maharaja Kulashekara in Mukundamala Stotra. There Maharaja Kulashekara says the same shloka. Twadbritya britya paricharaka britya britya brittasya britya brit iti mam smara lokanatha. He says 7 times, I am your servant of the servant, 7 times. So Kanchipurna dropped the fan, left the seva of Varadaraj, went to the town. Then he found another wonderful devotee called Mahapur. He went to his house in disguise because people know him. And for some time, he was doing menial service in disguise. Very basic menial activities. Then after some time, he came back to Varadaraj. Then Lord Varadaraj asked, Kanchipurna, how are you? You were not seen for some time. Kanchipurna said, my Lord, as you ordered, I went and served devotees. How was the experience? Kanchipurna said, my Lord, let me tell the truth. I experienced ecstatical bliss more than I experienced in your service. Serving your Vaishnavas, your devotees are more sweeter than serving you. Then Lord Varadaraj smiled and said, that's why I have sent you. Then again he continued fanning the Lord. Then one day, Kanchipurna's plate, the plate in which he takes his meal, the plate is missing. So Kanchipurna searched all over, but the plate is missing. Later on, he found that his plate, his vessel, is inside the sanctum sanctorium. Kanchipurna became very disturbed. How can someone place our juta, our contaminated plate inside Lord's sanctum? So he was getting angry with all other pujaris. But Varadaraj told Kanchipurna, don't fight with them. I only took your plate. Because for so long you served my devotee, I felt one day I should eat in your plate. That is why I took your plate. So Kanchipurna was moved. Being in the company of Vaishnavas is the greatest bliss. At any cost, we should never leave that. So Mahaprabhu gave 3 answers. The first is a general one. We are all got introduced to Krishna consciousness. Even one time chanting, one time prasadam, our bhakti had started. The second is being committed. Continuously chanting the holy name, being committed, repeating it again and again and again. At any cost, we should not leave the association. And the third step is being responsible. Once we understand the fact, we experience the beauty of bhakti, the sweetness of bhakti, then we start distributing this to others. So these are the 3 stages, which is very, very important in a devotee's life. Lord gives so much importance for bhakti in this. So in Kanchipuram, there is one more temple. The deity is called Yatotakari. Yatotakari means all your wish will be sanctioned. You can go and ask him anything, he will immediately bring it in reality. Yatotakari. Yatotakari means wish carrier. You go and tell him, my Lord, do this for me, tak, he will do. Do this for me, he will do that. Yadotakar. So, this is one deity, Narayana, lying on Ananta, the snake bed, but in opposite direction. Normally, in all temples, the deity is from left to right. Lord is lying on the left, facing the right-hand side. But this one particular deity, where the Lord lies on the right and facing the left. Little reverse. It's a beautiful story, that place. There was one wonderful Vaishnava, Tirumalizai Alvar, a great singer, a beautiful Vaishnava. He will sing mesmerizing, captivating songs about the Lord. The Lord will enjoy his song. One day the king came and told his disciple, why don't you tell the Lord, tell your spiritual master to sing a couple of songs about me also? You know, why don't you sing both 2 songs about me? What's wrong? So the disciple said, you got it wrong. This is not the way it works. My spiritual master will glorify the Supreme Lord. He will not glorify you and sing songs. Then the king got very angry, little disturbed, and he said, in that case, I will give you any amount of gold and jewelry. Still the disciple said, you got it wrong. This is not the way it works. Then king got angry and said, get out of my kingdom. Disciple said, okay. Then the spiritual master, Tirumalizai Alvar, his student name was Kanikannan. Tirumalizai Alvar, the spiritual master, asked, my dear disciple, where are you going? Oh, the king has kicked me out. He told I could not stay. Then the spiritual master said, if you are not there, I am also following you. So the spiritual master followed. Then Lord was lying on Ananta. He asked both of them, where are you going? And they both said, what has happened? So immediately Lord got up. He rolled the snake mat, Ananta mat, like a mat he rolled, put it under his arm, and he also started walking behind them. And when the Lord followed them, all the 33 crores of devatas, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, Agni, Lakshmi, everybody started following them. But the amazing thing is, the very next moment, the water from the well disappeared. Water from the lake dried. All the plants and trees dried. You know, everything, earth cracked open, and the king felt very bad. He ran and told Lakshmi, all the devatas and Narayana, please come back, please come back. They said, we won't come back until you call them to come back. Then he went and begged to the spiritual master disciple, please to come. Then they forgave the king and they took a turn and they came back. Lord also took a U-turn. The whole 33 crores of Devi Devatas, they all took a U-turn, came back. Lord rolled his mat and he again lied down. So the whole day he was walking, he was so tired, so he came and lied in the opposite direction. Beautiful pastimes. The relationship between the Lord and devotees are very, very sweet. And that is our commitment, not to leave that. And responsibility, once we start experiencing the beauty, then we start explaining to others. So that's a short explanation about the conversation between Mahaprabhu and the devotees. Hare Krishna, thank you so much. Devotees, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
You can unmute and ask if anyone has questions. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhanava Pranams, Jai Shri Prabhupada. Well, I will say, Prabhu, that you are a Vaishnava because you're inspiring me to want to chant more Hare Krishna. I'm enlivened at the fact that if, by your instruction, if I am sincere in my chanting and sincere in my in my service, that there's this very slightest, tiniest chance that one day I might look up and Shri Shri Radhasham Sundar or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu might be standing there. And it's not very likely, but just the thought that if I'm that sincere, that that may actually happen, that's enlivening. Can you give any advice or any direction on how I might be able to approach that task or that desire with just a little bit more devotion? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. It is, I will quote a simple question answer between Srila Prabhupada and Amnav's devotee. A devotee asked Prabhupada, how can I improve my japa, improve my seva? So Prabhupada said, if a student, if his handwriting is bad, it's not very neat, the teacher will ask him to write again and again and again. Our devotional process, it's the mean and it's the goal. And it lies in the intensity and sincerity of practice. The same thing. We keep doing it again and again, and years pass by. It will open different doors. So in the 11th canto of Bhagavatam, there is an example given. There was an ironsmith who is making arrows. The arrows, it should not be heavy. If it is heavy, it won't go longer distance. And if it is too light, it won't strike the goal. So it has to be perfect. Not to, it's like the string of a veena, of a musical instrument. If it is loose, you can't produce music. If it is too tight, it will break. So he was so deeply concentrating and he was meticulously hammering and making that arrows. When he was making that arrows, a huge, a parade, the king and all his ministers and soldiers and cavalry and the horse, big parade is going on the street. But the ironsmith is very deeply involved in making arrows. That external thing is not disturb him at all. In the same way, when we continue with this process again and again and again, slowly, our mind, our senses, our intelligence, everything will get involved. And it will open one after another different realms of bhakti. So we should continue and inspire to do what we are doing now. Hope that answers your question, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Anyone else? Other questions or comments, reflection? There is a chat message in the group. I think Govindranjani Mata. Before that, Madhira Mata sent a message. Thank you very much. Prabhu, very sweet narrative, fast, very inspiring. Not by any cause leave association. Very inspiring Prabhu, not by any cause leave association. Next, please. Govindranjani Mata. Please comment on how devotees can assess how much they are ready to give the Lord, others, before they have Him. On the other hand, if a devotee is receiving Krishna's name from others, how that devotee may not judge the level of giving devotees love.
Once again, Prabhu, the question, how devotees can assess how much they are ready to give the Lord to others before they have Him. On the other hand, if a devotee is receiving Krishna's name from others, okay. So this process, it is not like, let me have Krishna with me or let me experience the mantra, let me attain perfection, then distribute to others. It's not that way. It doesn't work like that. Our method is, somebody is on the 10th step, somebody is on the 8th step, somebody is on the 7th, and somebody is on the 1st step. The person who is on the 2nd step helps the person on the 1st step. The person on the 5th step helps the 4th one. So we keep learning and simultaneously we keep distributing. By distributing, we learn. It is like the spiritual calculation. Like there is water in a well. And if a farmer is using a well every day, there will be always water. If he is drawing water from the well, the water in the well will not decrease, but rather it will increase. Like I have a talent of singing. I am teaching music to other 10 people. My talent will increase. So in Bhakti, we will be practicing and simultaneously we will be distributing. And that distribution will help us in our practicing. So it's not like two different processes. It's all one in one. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Is that okay, Mataji, or you have further questions? Okay. No. Anyone else? Question?
Hare Krishna, Jagat Sakshi Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. This is Simheshwara Das. But you would like to know how is the Trivandrum temple is doing and how, the things are happening there, and very interesting. It was so beautiful, the class, and everything was so wonderful. And if you can give me some how things are there. Thank you so much.
In Trivandrum, there is this famous Ananta Padmanabh temple. The deity, Narayan Padmanabh deity, is 18 feet long. And you can take darshan in 3 different doors. Through one door, you can see his feet, and one door, the middle portion, and one door, his head. It's so big deity. And very big temple. Once upon a time, ruled by Maharaj Kulashekara. It's amazing temple. It's a temple town. Lord Chaitanya had visited this place. Nityananda Prabhu had visited. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. All great personalities have visited. And we have also placed Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet inside the temple. And in ISKCON, we have a beautiful Sri Sri Krishna Balaram temple. In ISKCON, we have. And in the city, we have another 3 Jagannath temple and 1 Gaurnitai temple and some temples with pictures. We have around 7 to 8 small temples and 1 big temple. Also, we have 3 small Goshalas. And these are the activities going on. We have a lot of preachings. Then parallelly, we do a little bit of social service like Food for Life to the hospitals and medical aids. Because this being a communist government, unless we do something on the social side, the government will not recognize us. So we have our couple of ambulances and medical supply and things like that. Some social service so that, government appreciates and things like that. So we do that parallelly. Then these are the basic activities which we are doing here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, I'm from Kerala, so I'm just also watching.
Which also part of Kerala, Prabhu?
I'm from Tiruvalla.
Tiruvalla. Okay, good. We have taken up an ancient temple there.
I've been there.
Yeah. Yes. An ancient temple from a family ISKCON has taken up and we are maintaining it.
Yeah, I've been there and I saw that devotee last time when I visited and it was quite nice.
Good. Yeah. Thank you.
One more question was there from Andhra Mataji, that what if the person who is teaching Krishna consciousness but is not humble? He's practicing but is teaching but is not humble.
Is he not practicing, only teaching? That's what the question is.
The person who keeps teaching is not humble and is still in Krishna consciousness, that means he's still practicing, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Mostly all the devotees begin like that. When we all are starting Krishna consciousness, we are little egoistic, we are, judgmental. That's quite common with all the devotees. But Acharyas explain it is like a drama. You keep acting, even though you act, you are not genuinely humble, you are not honestly humble from the heart, but at least you act. But what happens, because we are acting every day, one day we will become like that. So there's nothing, no loss in bhakti. Like a stage actor, every day he's acting a drama, he's enacting a particular role every day. Over a period of years, that role will have an influence on him. In the same way, we also act as though we are humble, but that's okay. Over a period of time, we genuinely will become humble by doing that. The only point is we should not go away from the group. Right or wrong, be inside the group, get beaten up and, slowly get cleaned up. Things will become okay. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Krishnanam Prabhu. Thank you, Simheshwar Prabhu, and all the devotees for this wonderful opportunity. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Wonderful class.
Thank you,
Amazing class.
wonderful
Hare
class.
Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Quick
Krishna.
announcements.
Thank you.
Temple answer was very good.
Please join for Sunday Feast program today evening at our temple. Then upcoming events is February 21st, Wednesday is Lord Nityananda Prabhu's appearance day. It is interesting that this month somehow Ekadasi, Dwadasi, Trayodasi is happening on the same days. The February 19th, the 19th generally is Ekadasi, but it is not suitable for fasting. So 20th we have to do Ekadasi, but same day is Varaha Dwadasi. So I guess till 12 o'clock we have to not eat anything. So which will cover the Varaha Dwadasi fasting for Lord Varaha as well. Then the 21st is Dwadasi. It's Trayodasi also, but the fast break is there of the Ekadasi, and it is also Lord Nityananda Trayodasi. So that's how this time it is happening. Both things are simultaneously happening on the same day. So 20th and 21st. 21st is the actual day of Lord Nityananda Trayodasi. Very, very important, prominent day for us to progress, for us to spiritually become surcharged, strong. So we have to take shelter of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. So let us collectively try to celebrate this festival and invite more and more devotees. We'll have a lot more services that day for cooking, especially Jai Prakash Prabhu will be doing. So please let us know if you like to serve in any way for that particular celebration. So those are the quick announcements. Thank you very much. We'll conclude.
What is the issue with Ekadasi this time?
Ekadasi, February 20th is Ekadasi, and 21st is Trayodasi. So it's multiple things are happening on the same day.
So how does the fasting work, Prabhu?
February 20th, we have to do the Ekadasi, but fast until at least 12 noon, so that Varaha Dwadasi is covered. Lord Varaha is appearance. Otherwise, generally day before we do Dwadasi come next day. But in this time, Ekadasi Dwadasi Tithi is happening on the same day, and it is suitable for fasting. That's what we have to do 20th. And 21st is Nityananda Trayodasi. I guess we'll have to take Jagannath rice and fast the break in the morning and then fast till 12 o'clock. That's fasting till noon for Nityananda. In one sense, it's not actually because fasting is broken. But what can you do? You're supposed to take the fast for Ekadasi next day. So that we have to do. So I think Lord will understand it. So
Prabhu, you can put it in the group chat. So 20th is full fasting Ekadashi. 12 noon is full fasting, and then after that Ekadashi fasting.
Right.
And then on 21st is you break the fast at prana time, and then you continue fasting till 12 noon. Then after noon you again do Ekadashi.
You can take it. I think Yeah, in our parampara we take grains. Yeah.
Okay.
For the chantas, it's only till noon, 12 o'clock after that grains.
Okay.
Yeah, there are people follow sometimes till next day, it's fine. But the general prescription is only until noon. After noon we take grain.
Okay. Thanks, Prabhu. If you can put it in the group chat, please.
Yeah. We'll do that. Okay. Thank you very much for all of you joining. Hare Krishna. Nice to meet you, Jai Prabhupada Jai.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Bol.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Bol.
Hari Hari.